Today, I looked at the world and saw nothing but wickedness. Everywhere I turn, I see corruption. Men deceive, steal, and kill without remorse. They have cast aside the ways of righteousness, living only for their own desires. Violence fills the land. I try not to look, but how can I not see? How can I ignore the cries of the innocent? How can I close my ears to the sound of drunken revelry, the laughter of those who delight in evil? My sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, walk among them, but I see how different they are. They do not belong to this world of sin. They bear the weight of righteousness in a time when righteousness has all but vanished. I wonder if God sees what I see. I wonder if he weeps as I do. Dear Diary, today God spoke to me. It came like a whisper in my soul, a truth so strong I could not ignore it. Noah, the end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence. I will destroy them with the earth, but you have found favor in my eyes. I trembled. The world would be destroyed. I have seen his judgments before, the stories passed down from my fathers of his power, his justice, but never did I think I would live to see it. Yet he gave me instructions, a way of escape, a way of salvation. Build an ark. A massive vessel, a refuge from the waters that will come. He gave me its measurements, its design, its purpose. I wrote every detail carefully, though my hands shook. I will bring a flood upon the earth to destroy all flesh, but I will establish my covenant with you. You and your family shall enter the ark. A flood. We have never seen rain. The ground drinks from the water below, and the mist rises each morning to nourish the land. What is a flood? What does it mean for the heavens to open? I do not understand, but I will obey. Dear Diary, today I began to build. The first cut of wood sent a shock through my bones. The second, the third, each strike of my hammer echoed across the valley. People passed by, pausing to watch, some with curiosity, others with amusement. They did not understand. I told them the Lord was bringing judgment upon the earth, that the wickedness of man had reached its end, that there was still time to turn back to him, but they did not listen. Some looked at me with pity, as if I were an old fool wasting his strength on madness. Others shook their heads and went on with their day. They did not argue with me, they simply ignored me. And that, perhaps, is worse. And so, I built. Though the sky is clear, though the rivers run as they always have, though the sun burns high above me, I build. Because I know one day the rains will come, and then it will be too late. Dear Diary, today I closed the door. It is done. The ark stands ready, towering over the land like a silent warning. The smell of fresh pitch still lingers in the air. For 7 days I have called out to them. 7 days, one last chance. Turn from your wickedness. Seek the Lord while there is still time. But they would not listen. Some stopped to stare. Some shook their heads. Most ignored me, carrying on as if nothing would change. And then the animals came, pairs of them, just as the Lord had said. Lions walking beside lambs, birds circling above, the great beasts of the land moving as one. The people watched in stunned silence, their laughter dying on their lips. "What is this?" I heard them murmur. Even my sons stood still, their hands gripping the wooden beams of the ark as the last of the creatures entered. Then God spoke again. "Go into the ark, you and your family, for I have found you righteous in this generation." I obeyed. As I stepped inside, I turned one last time. The sun was still shining. The sky was still clear, the world still looked the same. But I knew it would not stay that way. Then the door closed. Dear Diary, today the sky opened up. At first it was a whisper, a coolness in the air that had not been there before. The breeze carried a scent unfamiliar to me, the scent of rain. A drop landed on my hand, then another. I heard the first rumble of thunder, low and distant. My sons exchanged glances. Their wives clutched one another, and then the rain began. I have seen the earth drink from the ground. I have seen the morning mist rise to water the fields, but never have I seen the water fall from the sky like this. It was gentle at first, then the heavens split apart. The sound was deafening, water crashing from above, the fountains of the deep bursting open from below. The ark lurched, the dry ground beneath us turning to mud. Then came the cries. They screamed my name. They banged against the ark, their fists pounding the wood, their voices rising above the storm. Noah, let us in! Please, we believe you now! Help us! My hands trembled as I pressed them against the wall of the ark. My eyes burned, but I could not open the door, because it was not I who shut it. The Lord had sealed it, and outside the world was drowning. Dear Diary, today, there's only water. The storm raged for 40 days and 40 nights. We could do nothing but wait. The ark was lifted higher and higher, tossed by the waves. I heard the cracking of trees as the waters rose. I heard nothing from the world below. No more screams, no more pounding fists. Only the wind, only the endless roar of the flood. I looked out through the small window above. There was nothing left. No land, no homes, no people, only water. My son sat in silence. Even the animals had grown still. I thought of the faces I had known, the voices I had heard. I thought of the people who had walked away, believing they had more time. I prayed for them, but it was too late. The waters covered the earth, and the world as we knew it was gone. Dear Diary, today I sent out a bird. The rain has stopped. For weeks the flood waters raged, swallowing the earth. Now the ark drifts in silence. The waves have calmed, but outside the window there is nothing. No land, no trees, only endless water stretching to the horizon. I wonder, how long must we wait? The ark is strong, but the walls are closing in. I hear my sons whisper in the night, their wives growing restless. Even the animals grow uneasy, their cries echoing in the chamber below. So today, I opened the small window above. I reached for a raven and released it into the sky. It flew in circles, then disappeared. It did not return. My heart sank. Does that mean the waters are still too high? Does the raven find no rest because there is none? I whispered a prayer. Lord, remember us. Dear Diary, today I stepped onto the earth. Days passed. I sent out another bird, a dove this time. The first time it returned, its wings weary. The second time it brought back an olive leaf. The third time, it did not return at all. Hope filled my chest. The land is there. It is waiting for us. Then at last God spoke again. Come out of the ark, you and your family. Bring out every living thing, so they may multiply on the earth. Trembling, I stepped forward. The door opened. The fresh air hit my face. I inhaled deeply, the scent of damp earth, of a world washed clean. I took my first steps on solid ground. The others followed, wide-eyed and silent. The animals surged forward, free at last. We stood together, gazing at this new world. It was nothing like before. The trees were young, the land quiet, the sins of the past had been wiped away. But I wondered, will we do better this time? Dear Diary, today I saw the colors in the sky. As soon as I stepped onto the land, I knew what I must do. I built an altar, not out of fear, not out of sorrow, but out of gratitude. I gathered stones, my hands shaking with exhaustion, with relief. Then I laid a sacrifice upon it, an offering of thanks to the Lord who had spared us. As the smoke rose, I felt a warmth inside me. And then I looked up. A great arc stretched across the sky, colors unlike any I had ever seen, deep reds, golds, blues, as rich as the ocean, a sign of a covenant, a promise that the world would never be destroyed this way again. God spoke, "I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be cut off by the waters of a flood. The rainbow will be the sign of my promise to you and to all generations after you." The burden in my chest lifted. We had not survived in vain. This world, this second chance, was not ours to ruin. It was ours to cherish. And as long as we walked in obedience, we would never be alone.